today to officially install Dr. John B. Gordon III as our new superintendent. And I'm very excited about this, and I know the board is very excited about this.
The Suffolk Public Schools Division began with new leadership in 2019. Dr. John B. Gordon III began his tenure as SPS Division Superintendent. Ms. Byram, chairperson of the Suffolk Public School Board, proudly introduced the new superintendent to the SPS family. Dr. Gordon was sworn in and spoke to the audience about his immediate plans and role in the division.
One of the things that we shared with the staff today, that after the 100% accreditation that we had, after the increase in graduation rates that we had, some improvements that we have in literacy scores, this means that we cannot go down. And where we are right now is going to be the floor moving forward.
His vision, professionalism, and personal presence was affirmed by James F. Lane, Virginia Superintendent of Public Instruction.
The match that you've made here today is just perfect, and I think this is the beginning of the next step of great things for Suffolk.
He's created strategies around how to handle this pandemic that have become models for other school divisions around the state.
Dr. Gordon began as superintendent, visiting elementary schools 47 times, middle schools 27, high schools 22, alternative programs CCAP and Turlington 8 times, totaling 104 school visits. 1 year later, he has continued to visit schools, meet with administrators and teachers, assisting and assessing facility preparations.
Dr. Gordon came in with the plan of implementing technology. That was already in his plan pre-COVID, and the fact that he started implementing that within a couple months has helped us transition. And then the expectations for the staff to be Google certified and so forth, all that was part of his plan, and it's really worked out because of COVID. And then we're also able to give feedback to parents when they call and they don't understand something or they need support. We're better trained in helping them.
I think just knowing that we have the division level support, continued support, helps. I think what I've seen is the streamlining with the finance to meet the needs. Each building is different, and we do have a different set of needs. He's on the ground a lot and visits our buildings, and then he can see firsthand, and we can talk through, what our goals are, what our hopes are for the building, and then we can work to meet those needs.
Dr. Gordon, took the time to come around and visit, specifically when we had that initial faculty meeting, both when he came in as new superintendent as well as when we had our virtual meetings in the spring, as well as the interactions that we've had this school year. Our teachers feel as if Dr. Gordon is more approachable, feel like they can express their concerns with him, and those concerns would be addressed.
Learning from the history of the school division and building on past successes, in year 1, Dr. Gordon is employing strengths and renovating weaknesses to create a contrast of the past toward a clear future. His efforts to develop a positive, collaborative, and trusting relationship with the school board begins with firsthand knowledge of what happens in the schools.
I think he's actually done a really good job with communicating, sending out emails ahead of time, giving parents notices. He never fails to respond to a student's email. He doesn't want a student to fail. He wants to see every student succeed.
The focus on plans and strategies for academics and student success is the impetus for building the best SPS. Dr. Gordon's entry plan is the roadmap designed to implement a healthy learning environment supported by an innovative curriculum. The superintendent reviewed and reorganized the organizational chart for the division to establish an effective, efficient, and transparent transition of leadership with a focus on students, staff, and improving student achievement.
And we heard the needs of our students, staff, and community on what they thought was necessary in order to take Suffolk Public Schools to the next level. And that is something that each and every one of the board members, you all have tasked me with when you all hired me to start on October 14th. One of the things you're going to see this year is we're really going to explain to you the why. There has been several discussions in the past on why the school division needs certain dollars. You will see a line-by-line analysis of where, once we receive this money, and yes, I'm a very optimistic person, once we receive this money, where it's going to go.
Currently, Dr. Gordon, Dr. Akima Branch, and Dr. Suzanne Rice are meeting with stakeholders within the school division, seeking feedback for improvements. Dr. Branch is developing a plan to improve instruction and individualized learning plans.
One of the professional learning opportunities that Dr. Gordon has led us in this year is culturally responsive instruction. We brought in a nationally recognized educator, Zaretta Hammond, who is the lead on culturally responsive instruction, where we're not just looking at a student and looking at their academic ability. We're looking at the whole student. We're looking at how that student learns and what one topic may mean to one student, which could be very different from another student, using their life experiences and integrating that into our instruction.
There is a concerted focus on student growth, enrichment, remediation, and positive behaviors. Curriculum improvements will help students focus, broaden their creativity, and inspire students to embrace technological advancements in learning methodologies. Administrators have and will continue to evaluate current programs for improvements and allocate resources to underperforming schools to ensure student growth. There is a determined focus on 21st century technology skills, creativity, student growth, and the Virginia Standards of Learning. Professional development is an integral factor in raising division expectations. Dr. Gordon initiated a partnership with the University of Virginia's Curry School of Education to establish the division's SPS cohort program.
Dr. Gordon worked with some colleagues from the University of Virginia to bring a master's in administration and supervision to Suffolk Public Schools. The great thing about this program is that students will benefit while the teachers are going through the program. So not only will it help the teachers prepare for their next step in leadership, whatever that may be for them, but they'll be learning a lot about equity and data-driven instruction and just what great instruction looks like in order to be an instructional leader. The very first course they take is about family engagement, which is relevant for teachers, leaders, all across the board.
Dr. Gordon has fully examined the needs of the organization. Comparisons to other like-sized school divisions has helped restructure SPS to become more efficient and fiscally sound.
I think we've had some restructuring of positions, beginning with assistant superintendents moving from assistant superintendents to chief academic officer, chief financial officer. This has allowed us to kind of restructure who people report to and accountable for. It has made us more streamlined with who we talk to and who we get our directions from. Financially, it is a big gain because we're able to look at some of the funding and where we can spend funding more wisely.
Dr. Gordon's very collaborative. He wants to have lots of minds on all types of decisions. He's not looking for instruction to make instruction decisions or finance to make finance decisions. He's very much about the collaborative and inclusivity of the team itself. Everything we do, every decision we make, every allocation, every financial decision we make is surrounded by the idea that what is the experience for the student? How is this going to be more inclusive? How is this going to close achievement gap?
A key component of change is communication. Revitalizing the social media presence, building relationships with local newspapers, and developing the YouTube channel is essential.
The Community Engagement Office's primary role within the Strategic Goals Plan is to really bridge that gap between students, staff, stakeholders, and our parent community. Dr. Gordon is a very creative, out-of-the-box thinker, so his primary way of reaching those audiences are through social media. So our office has came up with several social media campaigns that we've used as effective methods to communicate some of the things that are happening in our office and in the division overall. Right now, the district currently uses several active communication vehicles, which include school messenger phone calls and school messenger emails. Information is also sent through our SPS district website and mobile app, along with social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You may have seen him addressing the community during one of his Facebook Lives, which have generated over 10,000 views in total. Facebook likes for our SPS division page has increased by over 2,000, and Twitter followers have increased by over 500. Dr. Gordon is also big on engaging our students, which we can see from his Suffolk Public Schools Student Logo Contest, where students were able to redesign the logos for their school. Alicia Jones was the winner we recognized from Colonel Fred Cherry Medal at a previous school board meeting.
My overall goal in taking this position was to try to create the most dynamic learning environment possible. And I think we've done that. You know, one of our biggest and first initiatives that we did, because instruction is going to be one of our core foundational elements, is the SPS Connect model. And we started out with 6 through 12. We now expanded it to be pre-K through 12. We also wanted to make sure that we're going to try to find any type of thing that we could to make our students and staff excited about coming to school and coming to work. We think our partnership with Nike, we think our partnership with Herb Jones, where anytime our students and staff step onto campus, they are excited about being a member of Suffolk Public Schools.
Suffolk Public Schools is probably one of the first ones to get to the level where they get the premium discounts as some colleges and stuff like that, because they got, you know, they're the first ones with elementaries involved, middle schools involved, and high schools involved, you know, through the whole district.
To me, that's what we're going to continue to build on as we really try to make sure that everyone understands and takes pride in being a member of Suffolk Public Schools. If it's our school community, if it's our staff, if it's our students, if it's our business partners, it is our job and it's our goal to make Suffolk Public Schools the premier school division in the nation.